This is easily the most epic shoe comparison I've done. The super shoes are going head to head. We've got Mizuno's Wave Rebellion Pro versus Nike Vaporfly Next 3. Before I start though, I want to spread a little positivity and cheer. Follow me to the other camera. 3 channels you need to follow. 1, Kofuzi. If running YouTubers had some sort of association, this guy would probably be the president. I love the guy, I love what he does. Kofuzi, keep doing you. Ben is running. This guy's a really good runner, excellent content creator. His channel is refreshing and he shares his everyday experiences with us. Lastly, Ed Buds. Love this guy. This guy is the epitome of authenticity. Follow him. All right, back to this one. Let's talk running shoes. All right. These two, which one should you get? Before I tell you, my name is Aubrey. I'm a very average runner, simply trying to be less average by the day. At the time of recording this, I had 760 subscribers. The numbers are ticking, and that is all down to you guys, so thank you very much. Let's talk 3 facts about the shoes, starting with weight. 234 grams in a size 9.5 UK versus 207. So the Nike wins it. Next up, price. We're gonna give it to the Mizuno Wave Rebellion Pro, coming in at 200 pounds versus 235 of the Nike Vaporfly Next 3. Both of these are stupidly expensive in my opinion, but one has to win, I guess. The next thing is the stack height. Now for me, the stack height doesn't mean anything. These are just numbers, but they influence 2 things. 1, comfort, as well as what elements are in the midsole. So if we talk comfort first, I have to give it to the Nike Vaporfly Next 3 because it's got that natural, midsole shape to it. Whereas if you look at the Mizuno Wave Rebellion Pro at the heel, this shoe comes with a learning curve. You need to learn how to run in it, but once you do, I assure you there's no feeling like it. I just empathize for the heel strikers. If you heel strike in that bad boy, you will know about it. Anyway, let's move on. Okay. Those are the facts, really. Objectively, those are not my opinion. The next set of specs, I guess, differentiation is going to be my opinion, just down to my preference. Let's go. We're going to start from the top and work our way down. I always start with the heel. Of these 2 shoes, I can't fault this shoe at all. It feels great to run in, the heel lockdown. But what I mentioned about the heel at the back over here, that's going to contribute to the experience you're going to have in terms of that heel area. And therefore, the winner has to be Nike Vaporfly 3s. And in addition to what I just said, they've included a padding at the back over here, and you can see that. That adds to that lockdown I talked about. So Vaporfly 3 takes that point. The next thing to talk about are the laces. To be honest with you, there isn't much to these shoes in terms of the laces, but if I was to just choose one, I'd probably go with the Vaporfly because the laces include that ribbed structure, whereas the laces in here are your normal standard flat profile. But once you tie these laces down, they're not going anywhere. Okay, so next is the tongue. I have to give it to the Wave Rebellion Pro, simply because the tongue features double holes that allow the laces to crisscross at the top. However, neither of the tongues are gusseted, so no point over there. And both of these are those very thin, tech-engineered type of tongues. However, the Mizuno takes this one. The next thing to talk about is the upper. I have to give it to the Mizuno again, simply because the perforation is going to contribute to lightweight, yes. It's going to make it a bit more breathable, yes. But in the wet and cold conditions, you're going to feel that a bit more. Whereas that still has the perforations that will kind of look after your foot a bit better than this one. So Mizuno takes this one. The other thing to talk about, the midsole. That is where these shoes come into their own. Both of these have plates. There's a nylon infused plate in this one, but a full length carbon plate in the Nike Vaporfly. For the plateness of it, I'll give it to this one. And I tell you what, this does feel a bit more snappier. And I think that is because if you look, I can somewhat bend this one with less effort than this one. And I think it is that sturdiness that is contributing to that snappy feel when I run. So I have to give it to the Vaporfly Next Percent 3. The next thing to talk about is the outsole. I won't take too long here. This guy wins. There is no exposed parts in that outsole. And what I mean by that is if you look here, the same foam that's running from the midsole is what's making an appearance on the outsole. I watched Ben Parks' review, and this is another channel I love. Ben and your lovely lady keep doing what you're doing. I absolutely love what you're doing. But Ben pointed out that he was starting to see a bit more wear and tear in that section, which is what I predicted in my first review of this shoe. Whereas the Mizuno Wave Rebellion Pro has no such thing. So this one takes it. The other thing, aesthetics. I don't even want to talk here. That bad boy is all me. I like how that looks. It stands out. You can't ignore the look of this shoe. You just simply can't. Which brings me to the Tesco test. For those of you that don't know about the Tesco test, which of these shoes would you wear just going about your business, doing your thing on a daily basis? And I have to say that then goes to the Nike Vaporfly Next Percent 3. However, with a caveat, this shoe is 235 pounds. You don't want to be willy-nilly wearing it wherever you go, because that's going to destroy it. For those of you that are not from England or not from the UK or live in the UK or familiar with the UK language, willy-nilly is not swearing. Anyway, let's get to the last bit of the review. Which of these two shoes should you get? In my opinion, if price is a big deal, and it is for most of us in this current climate, this is the shoe you should get. I won't beat around the bush about it. However, if performance is what you're after, I would go with the Nike Vaporfly Next Percent 3. Thank you very much for checking this comparison review out. I hope you enjoyed it, and I sincerely hope to catch you on my next review. Thank you very much.